This is the world's smallest, smartest GPS helicopter. Check this out.
Hands-free. It's impressive.
That's amazing. That's right, this is the most advanced helicopter I've ever had in my hands, and I'm excited to fly it. It's extremely top of the line, brushless all throughout, and it comes completely ready to fly, which is impressive to me. You've got a radio, battery, charger, everything you need to get it in the air. I'm a little nervous because I've never flown anything like this before. I am learning to fly 3D with helicopters, so I want to see how easy is this to fly. Okay guys, this helicopter, just like camera drones, has a return to home feature. Let's start the rotor now. That's pretty cool. That's just a nice idle. I'm going to throttle up and fingers crossed. This is a true maiden. On a very windy day, actually. That's full throttle up, and I'm releasing it right now. Wow! It is very windy, Abby, and you can see it buffering, or buffeting rather, in the wind. Check this out.
Hands-free. It's impressive.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now it's insanely windy, so that's why that helicopter is moving up and down so much. But that is the most, and it sounds ironic saying it with all that moving, that's the most stable helicopter I've ever seen fly. Again, completely hands-free, I can't believe it. So let's give a little bit of stick input finally. We can rotate the helicopter very easily. Abby, why don't you, we'll have to show them. I'll fly over near the windsock just so they can see. This is at least 10 mile an hour winds, probably gusting around 15 mile an hour. And let's start cruising around some. Now this is a massively brushless RC helicopter with a 3S battery. What they have in there is a tattoo battery. A lot of people know and love that brand. That's what it comes with.
Ace tattoo brand is what he's talking about.
And so basically you can put in whatever battery you want. It is not proprietary. Now I'm going to show you something about it here at the end, near the end of this video after we land. That's actually full throttle forward, okay, in this very beginner mode. So that is full throttle forward in this GPS basic training mode. Abby, you and I have shown helicopters to people that are like $60, right? And they're like toy grade, but also a little bit hobby grade, and they're very easy to fly, but on a windy day, you better forget about it. This helicopter is the most beginner-friendly helicopter I have ever seen that's capable of flying in wind. When I let go of the controls, that's what it does. It just flies. I don't even have ultimate confidence in this thing already. This is absolutely game-changing, insane. Let's get a nice close shot of it. I want you guys to hear this crazy brushless power too. I normally wouldn't fly anything this powerful, this close to us, for this long, especially in this much wind, but this GPS has my absolute confidence. It also, I think I said it already, but there's a visual position hold camera on the bottom of this, and I'll show that to you at the end of this video. I'll actually take that canopy off and show you guys all the really cool stuff about this helicopter. This being a maiden flight, I don't plan on doing anything crazy, but it can go into acro mode and just basic control mode too. So I think you can go crazy with this helicopter. Like, I might be using this to learn a lot on this spring and summer. This is an amazing helicopter. My mind is blown right now. I wondered, back when GPS drones were so popular, I was thinking, why don't they make helicopters with this technology? And now they are. And it's awesome. It is so awesome. I even like the radio too. And here's why. One of my favorite things about it is the shape of it. It is like a PlayStation controller. I'm so tired of these big giant boxy controllers. This is the way to go. Look at that, look at that. It is fighting the wind.
Bunny hopping.
That was insane.
It was a big gust.
Okay,
I tried to block it with my body, but it was like a 20 mile an hour gust.
This is the ultimate test of this helicopter, because We want to see, can it withhold this wind? Now, when we got up here, this windsock was actually completely horizontal. Look at that though. Look at that. We are getting some wind. I'm just gonna hover here by that windsock just for a minute so you guys can see the ultimate test. I ought to just hold my radio up here too.
Try again. Lower. Lower. Now you're blocking everything to the right, my right. You're just a blur anyways. So
Point is, I'm not even touching these controls. That is so awesome. You better believe we're going to be seeing more of this helicopter on the channel. For today, we wanted to fly this in the wind and see if it was truly capable of living up to that name of being one of the easiest to fly helicopters in the world with that GPS and visual position hold. Look how much it's fighting. Oh, okay, I know I'm getting a beep on my radio. We may be getting somewhat of a low battery, so what I want to do is test return to home. I'm hearing a beep, so I'm sure that battery's getting low. I'm going to literally throw a switch that says RTH, return home, and it's very windy. I just threw the switch. Anything you see the helicopter do now is going to be 100% it, unless I see it, you know, panicking. I don't need to hold the radio out there. You just follow the helicopter. I'm not touching anything. I hear it beeping. It
turned. Is that the helicopter beeping?
I think that's the actual
helicopter, yes.
Yeah. It was going beep, beep.
And now it's a fast
beep, 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 beep. And I think that's a low battery. That's my guess. I still have a bit to learn about this, being a maiden helicopter, maiden flight. That's about where it took off. Now what it's going to do is lower down. At least I think. Yep, it hovered there for just a second. It's fighting that crazy wind.
Look, it's like nose up. Look at that. That looks so weird.
Now, it's possible. It could be waiting for me to throttle down. That's why we test these things on a maiden flight. I'm just going to throttle down.
Isn't that crazy though? The nose is pointed up. It just looks weird.
Okay, I'm pushing that throttle down, and it rotated. It's doing that rotation. That was cool because that's the direction I took off. Now I'm throttling down to let it land. Wow. I'm holding throttle down.
That was really close. Like, it took off with all those like seal marks right there. Is that what you'd call that? That's
the helicopter beeping, and now I'm going to hit stop.
That was like exact. That was really close. That's all I know. Yeah,
so easy to fly.
It's crazy.
I have a feeling that this could be Abby's most expensive, most advanced helicopter flight ever. I am telling you, that was the easiest to fly helicopter I've ever had in my hands, ever. This is absolutely mind-blowingly awesome. I mean, if you want to progress, I feel like this is one of the most progressive type of helicopters. Now, I'm gonna have to throw it in like acro mode in a future video. Can I do a flip or a roll with it? I'm just learning how to do that on another helicopter. So this is a really good helicopter for me to progress on and let you guys know how I'm progressing. This is what's really cool. The bottom of the helicopter has that camera, which is helping the GPS fight that wind. It knows if it's moving, and it makes the adjustments on its own. Everything else looks fairly normal, other than that camera little module down there. And then you have this really smart looking box here with a lot of things plugged into it. That's gotta be the GPS module. The big motor, the brushless motor, is right down here. Of course, you have a brushless tail rotor motor. And here is the only thing that I don't like about this. It's actually good and bad. It's got this clip for the battery. You press down on it, and then this little tray comes out. Now that's great, okay? I like that. It makes it easy to get the battery in and out of there. But for some reason, they decided to, I think they hot glued the battery onto this little tray. So I'm going to try to pry that off and then fly with more batteries. I'll probably put a Velcro strip under there. And I know that it makes it more snug so that it doesn't have any chance of sliding back and hitting the motor. Otherwise, from what I can tell, well, there's actually one other thing. The transmitter needs a USB to USB-C cable to charge it. And for some reason, it didn't come with that. I know that most people probably have that, but I find that really annoying that it's a nice helicopter setup. And there's one thing that they didn't include, and that was the cable to charge, a USB cable to charge your radio. So I have to be honest.
Maybe that was a fluke for us.
It could have been, but in the instructions, it says use a USB to USB-C cable that probably came with your phone. I mean, it says like, I think they don't include that.
Huh.
My mind is blown, and I'm sorry for the wind noise, but I really am happy we tested this in the wind, because now I know what it's capable of doing. And hopefully in future videos, I can get some more advanced maneuvers in on this. If you're interested, this is linked in the description box below. It's taking RC helicopters to a whole new level. It's absolutely a quality build. It's not just a gimmick within a cheap helicopter. It is a nice helicopter with very nice electronics, a solid carbon fiber frame. It is very solid and very impressive. It's linked in the description box below. Whenever I fly something with new technology, I'm always a little bit hesitant. You never know if it's going to be amazing technology or if there's going to be some shortcomings, and I need the confidence boost to get me in the air. And for that, I thank AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics, their insurance for the RC pilot. If I had a crash, something went south, I'm glad I've got them there to help keep things just safe and secure. If you want to learn more about the Academy of Model Aeronautics, we'll have them linked in the description box below, right by the link to this helicopter. And for a successful flight, coming back in one piece, this beautiful day to fly on. This is actually what I would consider the perfect day to maiden a helicopter like this. I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do without you guys and your support. You're absolutely amazing. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We'll have another cool helicopter video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.